to my computer. All right, perfect. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Let's see, is Daniel in here for hosting purposes? He's not here today. All right, guys. Well, welcome into another session of our Trade Lounge Wednesday, 7:30 a.m. Pre-market speculation and 9 p.m. Central. We host, this midweek review, kind of review what trade we took this morning. We actually got a good buy on gold, and then we'll review the week and then where we project the week would go for us there. If you guys don't know me, my name is Gerardo G Money Pie is based here in Dallas, Texas. I'll be your host for this evening. I've been a day trader over now, going almost a decade of learning these charts, understanding this, taking wins, taking losses, and learning a lot of lessons. And to this day, right, I still enjoy what I do. I created a system that allows us to see the market, right? See the market. And most importantly, right, we try to keep it simple, practical, and profitable with the SMT system that I have. It is what's it called? A system that I created, that I derived from the Ichimoku cloud. Very, very simple, based on momentum, and the most important thing, right, based on using structure. Welcome in, Joe. Joe's here in Texas. Nico, Vermont. Fabiola, San Diego. Welcome in. Edward, welcome in. Eric, Las Vegas. Kara, welcome in. Candace, New Jersey, welcome in. And everybody else, hello, and welcome. All right, let me go ahead and let's get started. And as always, right, these calls are for educational purposes only. So any trade idea, suggestion, it is just speculation on my part. So make sure that if you are trading live, to properly manage your account. And most importantly, right, do not trade any money you cannot afford to lose. Let me go ahead and hide the video panel. And again, guys, this session is the Wednesday complimentary session called the Trade Lounge. If you want more access, you can always message me. I am part of a bigger community called COC Life. We have many digital products there. One of them is trading, and where we have some courses. We also do some live trading during the day. If you have any questions about that, definitely feel free to reach out and see how you can be a part of that. But if not, definitely you're more than welcome here during this free content every Wednesday. So we actually had a great review on gold this morning, right? We took it down from top-down analysis on the monthly scale. That video, I will be uploading it tonight on the YouTube channel that I have. If somebody can have the link on the YouTube channel, you can drop it in there, please. If not, we'll share it towards the end. But I have some videos on YouTube, some recordings, up to date. But this recording that we did this morning was a good one. So we did a full top-down analysis, and we actually did it from the quarterly scale, right? We did it from a quarterly scale right here. So it's it's going. I think I think it's trying to get up to that 3,600. The question is, right? We're at all-time highs. We get a pullback. Tomorrow's Thursday. I think we still push up to NFP, right? NFP is this Friday, non-farm payrolls. So I think the non-farm payroll is going to definitely give us a pullback, or it's going to spike up gold very, very hard, and then will come back down. But right now, right, the speculation in this breakdown that you see here, Q1, Q2, Q3. I did it on the YouTube channel. Thank you, Nico, for sharing that there. That recording hasn't uploaded yet, but it will be under the Trade Lounge playlist. All right, it'll be under the Trade Lounge playlist. But yeah, let's review today how we took a trade today, this morning. And it was, we were always looking for buys, right? We were never looking for sales based on momentum. We were kind of waiting for some things to play out. And we saw this bullish engulfing candlestick right here. Okay, this nice bullish engulfing candlestick. That candlestick was kind of our guide to look for buys, right? That was our guide to look for buys. And that candlestick right there, combined with these three, form a pattern. For those of you guys who've been following us for a while, called an ETM candle, the BEC, right? Basically, that the engulfing candlestick engulfs two candles to the left, and basically the next candlesticks, or maybe a few candlesticks, we should get a pullback back into this equilibrium zone for us to take it to the top side. We did use more confirmation on the lower time frame to kind of make sure that would continue pushing up. But at the same time, we also got nice bullish structure. This push up here literally created another higher high, right? So I mean the structure is right there, right? Impulse, correction, low, high, higher low, higher high, okay, higher low, and then higher high, and then this little pullback here will give us the higher low entry to then take it to a higher high. Okay, so just very standard structure following. And then this candlestick was the one. Even though when the news, it was 8:30 came in, touched into that zone, and then it took a while. I mean, we did have the 9 a.m. news, but it was just, everything was too bullish to go. We were trying to hold to towards 3,600 in one shot. But again, though, right, we probably on a bigger scale, right? On a bigger scale, right? There's a bigger impulse, and now it's looking for a deeper correction. All right, it's looking for a deeper correction. So I'm still looking for buys, guys. Maybe around 35.20 area. 35.20 is a good area to look at. Simply because let's break it down like this. We'll do a midweek review slash top-down analysis here for us. All right, so just so I won't go too deep into the whole breakdown. This is the previous weekly candlestick. There's a very, very strong impulse to the top side. And yeah, so I mean, we're definitely overextended there. I think, guys, we can come back and do a break and retest of the previous all-time high. What do you guys think? Maybe we can do that. Let me see. That's a possibility. If you guys ever saw that movie, Angels in the Outfield, hey, it could happen, right? It could happen. So 1990s nostalgia there. So that's a good area, guys. That's a good area, right? That's the previous. Let's go to maybe the daily chart. Yeah, so we broke the all-time high at 35,000, 3,500, excuse me. We may need a little break and retest there. Huh, that is interesting. Okay, let's review from here. Okay, that's all-time high, previous all-time high. Okay, let's do it like this. Previous all-time high. Okay, at 3,500 and some cents on this one. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive buying days, and it's been pumping up. I like for us to get very near the previous daily open, which was yesterday. Maybe we can come in and get 23% of this Tuesday, September 12th candlestick. So that's gonna be interesting for me right here. Okay, that candlestick is gonna be interesting. That is what candle? Tuesday, September 12th, September 2nd. Okay, that's that right there. Okay, that's catching my attention. That's catching my attention for whatever reason. Okay, I like that candlestick. I just do, right. This is what I call trending candlesticks. These wicks come into at least 50% of the previous candle, sometimes 38%. Let me kind of just check these two. Yeah, as long as it touches 23, I think I'm good. So that's a good little balance right there. Okay, let me check this one. Yep, it touched 23 and 38%. So that's good. All right, so let's see this one over here. Let's see Tuesday, September 2nd. All right, perfect. So see, that's where I think it's going, guys. I think it's going to about 23% of Tuesday's price. That's Tuesday's day. And that's about 35.23. Okay, 35.23. I think that's where price is going to go to remain bullish. It may not touch the all-time highs, but again, if we let me just check. Do we have any news tomorrow? Somebody can check for me. If not, I'll just quickly check. Let's see here. Yeah, we got some news tomorrow at 7:15. Early news tomorrow. Um, Thursday and Friday. Nico, thank you for that. Yeah, we got some Chiffy news. I haven't done the Chiff in a while. USD 7:15, so nice and early, 7:30. So yeah, this is some good volume there. And then obviously we got the NFP Friday kicking in. So it is going to be a good week of a good closure to the week with some volume and some red folders. I don't shy away from red folders, but it's always good to keep a note of them. Um, Perfect. So I think we go there, guys. I think we can get there. 23%. I like the 23% of that day. Okay. Let's keep going down the rabbit hole here. And perfect. Right around that 23%, we have this nice rally-based rally, right? Nice rally-based rally. We talked about this today, right? That sometimes we need to keep into consideration the bullish candlestick, right? The bullish candlestick, we need to keep it into consideration right there. So I'm liking this candlestick a lot. All right, nice and balanced candle as well. And this is where my indicator starts kicking in and starts seeing the previous days with the previous weeks and so forth. But I think for the most part, I do like that zone, this 23% zone around 35.23. I do like that a lot, which would be the previous day. We'll balance out a little bit the previous day. Let me see if I can find, oh, perfect. Things are just getting clearer and clearer. That's that there. All right, let me go ahead and just hide the indicators. Where is my, did we lose my previous day drawing? I think we did. Let's go ahead and do that one more time. All right, so we're focused on this box here, only inside that box. And I believe, was it in the 20-minute time frame? Okay, too many lines. Right, normally I do my fib on the right-hand side of the previous day. Right there. Perfect, right there. One of the things that's coming to mind that I have not mentioned, right, is the way I speculate is I ask myself three questions, right? More specifically when we're inside the New York session. Number one, right, where's price going? Okay. Number two, where are we now? And number three, if we're looking for a trade, where do we enter or how do we enter? Okay. So for starters, guys, okay, I think we're going to 23%. Okay. Right there. Okay. 23%. This right here, this is Monday, this is Tuesday, this is Wednesday. This is the new trading day. There goes the fib, like you guys see it. Okay. And I'm also just going to draw a little box like I had earlier with that candlestick so you guys can know. Okay, that's obviously that midline right there is 50% and there's 23 and so forth. So where is price going? I think we at least go to 23%. Okay, which as we mentioned was the price level of 35.24. If I want to take an active trade towards that, we ask ourselves how many pips is it? That's 170 pips for gold. All right. Not a bad opportunity to counter it if you wish, but if not, the recommended thing is just to let it drop and then we continue. But I do like this price level. Okay. 23%. Let me go ahead and just kind of make that an option. 23% right there. Okay. So now I'm gonna start going down the rabbit hole. It's like, okay, how can we get there if we do find a trade there and then maybe sell and then get positioned for the buy? But before I actually do that, I do want to kind of review what's around that 23%, what's around that 38%, what's around that 50% of Tuesday. Okay, that's kind of what I'm looking for. This is Tuesday candle. Um, and all I'm focusing in, it's what's inside of this blue area, because that's the day. And on the 20-minute chart, this little rally-based rally is definitely catching my attention. It's just above the 50%. It's just at the 38% level. So I do like that a lot. Okay, I do like that a lot for an area for us to consider some longs. All right. I think that's good enough there. Yeah, so I like the 20-minute chart. That's the previous daily candlestick. Let me go ahead and kind of just make our zone a little bit smaller. And that's the area that I like for price to come back towards. This is price line 35.16, 35.09. Okay. 35.16, 35.09, the price area. And if everything is shaping up, I do like those longs from there. This will be Let's mark that as the previous daily high. Put here Tuesday. And then we'll mark this as the previous daily low for Tuesday as well. Perfect. All right, there it goes. A lot easier to read. And then this fib right here is the one that that has those days marked up. All right, perfect. So 2 hour, 20 minute. All right, there it is, guys. Okay. As simple as I can tell you guys, all right. There goes the previous daily high fib. There goes the 23%. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that for now. I like this area here. It's a 20-minute ETM candle right around the 23%. So ideally, I would like us to maybe buy from 38%. Maybe we could put a stop loss at 78, and then we can take it back to the top side. My ultimate target, based on the quarterly scale that I reviewed on the recording for on the YouTube, will be right here. Price line 3,600. More specifically 35.98, right? Just a little bit there. I would like for us to complete that move right there. Okay. Maybe look for buys around this area. Okay. Look for buys around there. And I like it. Okay. Just like that. That's the price zone that I like. Okay, right there. That's a 20-minute BEC candlestick as well. So again, here's the thing, right? Where's price going? Where we're at now, and how do we enter? So there may be some opportunity to sell, right? We're actually retest. We did a break and retest of the previous day, but there may be some momentum to the downside, right? So we're kind of getting some resistance there. If we are gonna potentially go that low, the question is, right, how can we potentially enter to the downside? Well, there is a little trend going on right here. Let's see if we can find some more supply candlesticks that gives us a reason to sell. But again, though, right? I would not bank on the sell too much, guys. Okay. If anything, it's just something you try or just something to observe. But I would just say let price go as low as possible. But we got a little bit of confirmation right there, right? As a 2-hour drop base drop. Okay. 2-hour drop base drop. And if price wants to behave and not manipulate too much, I can see this working out pretty good. 2-hour drop base drop. Alrighty, let me see if I have anything else. Perfect. Good. There was another candlestick that did catch my attention, which is this one right here. This 20-minute drop base drops another supply zone. I don't see us going that high. I see us going that high once we come back down here. Okay. So this is kind of the path that I think price will travel. To close out the week. Okay, so I think first we do a pullback to this area, 2-hour drop base drop, and we find a way to get down here. Okay. Once we kind of come into the buy area, okay, I see us bouncing up and then getting above this flip zone, then bring you back down, and then we go to the top side. So for me personally, right, I see more of a sell to buy. The sell is a pullback. Don't bank on it too much. Just observe it. But if you want to play it and just try it out, no problem. We can do something like that. Okay. But the buy is the one that I think we should be focusing on. Okay. The buy. The buy to Dubai. Perfect. So there goes the gold midweek review. And again, don't forget to watch the YouTube channel on that one, just so you can see the recording on the Wednesday's calls that I do. But for the most part, guys, let me go ahead and recap a little bit on what the system that I created when it comes to the SMT. Also, we have a through the COC Life community, we also have a indicator, right? We have an AI that's also giving us signals for some trades. It's getting a lot smarter as it goes by, and it's a very, very neat system, especially for people who are brand new, right? Very, very simple. Where you just got to learn how to read if it's a buy signal or a sell signal. And these lines right here, they simply tell us, okay, where we enter, where should we take profit, and stop loss. And actually today, on a bullish market, when it's all-time highs, this thing called a buy exactly at 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, 8 o'clock in the morning, it called this buy right here. The moment that candlestick closed, okay, that it gave us an entry line, it gave us a stop loss, and it gave us a take profit. These are shy, they're just shy of a 1-to-1 base. And just to kind of explain a little bit on these risk to reward scenario, guys. I know for the most part, you hear out there, you got to do a 3-to-1. You got to do a 3-to-1. That takes time to really capitalize on 3-to-1. If you really want to progress, right, we first got to learn how to win a 1-to-1 trade. Know how to win it, and not 30% of the time. Know how to win a 1-to-1 trade 50% of the time, 60% of the time, 70% of the time, right? Almost 80% of the time, right? Because you can potentially win those. As you started to build your account and start bringing some confidence, maybe you can start going to that 2-to-1, and then maybe the 3-to-1 and so forth, right? But these are just shy of 1-to-1 for the most part. I think they're very good for beginners. I think there's a very good ratio for somebody who's kind of just starting out and understand, how this market works. But the moment that candlestick closed, the next one at 8:05 just basically pushed up. Okay, pushed up, very nice. And obviously there is some losses. This one didn't win, but for the most part, it's been calling some very, very good shots. Very, very good shots. We've been monitoring the FIBO all year long, and I do have the most recent stats on it. Granted, right? This is if you check every trade, but let's see here. Just break the page over. Which there it is. Perfect. Yes, this is one of the products that we have. It's called FIBO. And again, right, this is a blank screen. You put a FIBO on, it'll give you some different views. You gotta learn how to read that. We teach you guys that. But for the results of 2025, it actually had a total of 73% in account growth. January and February started strong. Those are obviously, those numbers are not consistent. 9% in March, 3% in April, 6% in May. June was a negative month, but July and August was very, very strong. This one was very, very good because I was following a lot of these trades. But again, though, right, this is a good indicator to have. It's part of our, with our basics, with our gold subscription. You have that, and as well as some live sessions for trading. But that's the FIBO. Additionally, I did create a system. Okay, I did create a system, a very, very powerful system called the SMT, structure momentum timing system. And this little box right here is something that has been very, very helpful for me personally, because when I'm teaching and trying to live trade at the same time, you get stuck in like teaching mode and trading mode, right? And this system right here has allowed me to, it's color coded. It tells you the structure, it tells you the momentum, and it gives you some timing features. Today's buy, right? For specifically today's buy, we took buys simply because the structure and momentum and timing were bullish. We were not going to counter that at all. Let me look for that 45-minute beat. There it goes right there. Sure. Top analysis. Yeah, so right here, guys. Let me rewind back one more time. In addition to that 45-minute BEC, on the 5-minute chart, here goes my system. Okay. And basically is derived from the Ichimoku cloud. Okay. So I was always been a big Ichimoku cloud trader. That's one of my foundations when I first started out. And this is basically the cloud in a box format. Here goes the BEC. There's no way, guys, we should be thinking sells. Okay. Structure was bullish. Boom, boom, boom. Or just simply from this low to this high, it was bullish. If we're going to sell, at least we know we're counter selling. Momentum was also bullish. We have two boxes that tells us momentum, and we have those two boxes tell us our entries. This is entry one, a more aggressive entry. This is entry two. We simply let price come back to those entries, and we take it to the top side. Okay. And you can use that, whatever box you choose, let's say you use the 17 midpoint to enter, your stop loss goes down there. That'd be our entry, and there'd be our TP, okay, up there. And additionally, we trading live, look at the market together, comes back to equilibrium, also that 45-minute BEC, and then from there, price just takes off, continues bullish. Right, so it's a very, very great system. We only use it mainly on 2 time frames, and for the most part, students are definitely getting results from it. Not just trading results, but at the same time, we're getting understanding of what the market is doing. So right now, momentum has shifted, but bearish. Structure is still bullish, right? Structure is still bullish, and we wanted price to come down to about 35.16. Okay, so that momentum can potentially take us back down, and I still like that play, right? I still like that play. So we'll see how that plays out, right? I do like this 2-hour drop base drop for a sell, simply because the momentum is bearish in favor. If we do go back, we can touch right there the midpoint, and that's a good opportunity for us to consider. Okay. So perfect. Uh-oh. No worries, no worries. I know accidents happen. There it is. But other than that, guys, that is the midweek review. If there are any other charts that you want me to see, I have time to give 2 more. And I'll do a little top-down analysis for you. Let them put them in the chat. If not, I'll just go ahead and pick one and then close it out. But any questions, feel free to unmute yourselves or ask in the chat. You're now allowed to unmute. I do appreciate you guys tuning in for these Wednesdays trade lounges. I really do like them. I do like them. It's just a way to connect with the open public, letting everybody know what we're doing, what we have, and most importantly, right, just kind of share knowledge out there, that for trading. But anybody, UJ or Jeff? Oh yeah, we got to check on UJ, right? What is it doing? We're so used to trading gold, Jeff, that UJ and other pairs sometimes they take forever, man. That's kind of the issue, right? They take forever. Um, I'm still like the sales. I'm still in the sales. Ms. 100, thank you so much. We'll see you in the morning. This is what I have for USD JPY. It's just kind of hovering around our entry area. I like this. I like this to continue going lower, maybe 146.6. And worst case scenario, Jeff, let's see. It comes back to entry. I think on the 30-minute chart, we're kind of accumulating right at this 30-minute drop base drop, which is currently behaving like the resistance above or the supply to get filled to continue going back lower. Okay. My pleasure, Carol. Right there. So I like that. Worst case scenario, you kind of tap into like 50% of this candlestick. But for the most part, I still like the salesman. Okay. I still like the sales back down. Okay. So we'll just kind of hang tight in there on this one. Let me just go ahead and share the chart. All right, guys. And there's not any other ones. I did want to check on Euro USD. I think we're waiting for some buys on this one. Perfect. Yeah, we have a nice little rally-based rally. Nice ETM candle. Same thing. It's a currency pair. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for it to really move, but I do like it back to the top side to see if we can kind of test some other areas up there. So where is my other chart? Right here. All right, 2 hour. Okay, perfect. I actually like this a lot better. We have a very nice 45-minute demand BEC candle. All right. If we get there, perfect. If not, this percentile area could be it, and it can take off. But long story short, I do like longs for Euro USD. Okay? I do like longs for Euro USD, something like that. Boom and boom. And check this chart. My pleasure, Mark. My pleasure. Euro USD for you guys. And we'll go ahead and close it out for today. I do appreciate everybody being here. We'll be back next Wednesday for our early trade lounge for pre-market speculation. You can always connect with us on the Instagram or message me excuse me, you can always follow us on our Telegram, message me on Instagram, but anything else, we are here for your trade lounge sessions. Thank you, guys. Sí, Pablo, está grabada esto. This will be recorded and they'll be uploaded on our YouTube here in a few minutes. Everybody have a good one. Thank you, guys.